And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna and today we're going to be having a chat about Riverdale Season 3, so let's get right into the video. Okay, so I know Riverdale has been airing for a little while now, but I only just got to watch it because I had to wait for it to come out on Netflix, because that's where I watch everything from, Netflix. So now that I finally watched it, I thought we could talk about it. This will include spoilers though, so if you haven't seen it, you should go watch that first and then come back to this video. Okay, so I saw a lot of people posting videos, edits, just like text posts and all these things saying how like they thought the writing was getting bad for Riverdale and like the writers were like on crack and like stuff like that. I totally disagree. I actually really liked season 3. I thought it was interesting, and I don't know, I'm really into when unexpected things happen. Like people try to like poke holes in it and say like, well, this is not possible, or this is crazy, or like this and that. So like, okay, when the idea of Jason Blossom possibly being alive again and, you know, being a killer, I was so into it. And when I found out that he was still dead, I was kind of like, ah. But then it was Chick, and we thought he was dead too, so I was like into that. But like, so many people are like saying that doesn't make sense, and like, it's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to be what you wouldn't expect. It's supposed to be something impossible. So I thought that that was actually a really good storyline and really interesting. The only thing that I didn't like was the whole Penelope Blossom thing. It was so expected, okay? She was trying to say someone else did all that stuff at the original Ascension night. Obviously, she did it. If she is trying to push off on someone else who can't explain for themselves, confirm or deny, like Betty said in the show, of course she's the one who did it. So I had a little bit of a problem with how obvious that was, but other than that, I thought it was really, really good, the whole storyline. Now, I have one problem. The very end makes me go, what is happening? Slow down, like, I'm telling you, the way they ended it, they only did that so that they would pretty much be guaranteed to have a full new plot for next season. There's no reason to do that drastic of a thing on the last episode, especially when it makes no sense. It's not exactly a very good cliffhanger, because obviously something happens with Jughead because he's not there. They're all covered in blood, they're all naked, and they have Jughead's beanie. So obviously something goes down there, but it's just too crazy. Like, it doesn't make sense. And sure, maybe that could happen. Something could lead up to that. But a good cliffhanger, something that will make people want to watch the next season, will be something that we have some information for and you want to know more. We know nothing about those little clips they showed at the end of the season. All it does is make you go, what? Why? If you're not the type of person who's into Riverdale, that's not going to get you to watch the next season. Me personally, I like Riverdale. I think it's really good, and I will watch the next season. But definitely not because of that ending. It was not a good cliffhanger. But really, that was my only problem with the whole show. Was just, I don't know. They like took the whole thing, the whole show, and pretty much have some loose ends that they could have used to make a nice cliffhanger, but they didn't. Like, what about Betty and Jughead's brother? They could have done something with that. What about everyone from the farm and Betty's mom being gone, disappearing? What about the fact that their brother is in the FBI? Like, what about any of that stuff. What about Penelope Blossom missing? There's so many things otherwise going on that they could have used to make a really strong cliffhanger, and they just left it all out. Okay, that's generally my thoughts on the show. But I did want to point out another thing that everybody is talking about. So, Betty and Jughead are dating. Betty and Jughead share a brother. They are not incest, though. Everybody is saying how it's so gross because they're incest and blah 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 blah. Not at all. Literally, incest happens in that show. In the whole Blossom family and like crazy stuff happens there. Like, okay, what the heck? Polly and Jason and like, okay, that's incest. Okay? Betty's mom had Betty with Hal. FP had Jughead with his mom. Okay? They don't share parents. Their parents just happen to get together and have another child who is older than them. But they don't share any blood at all between them. Okay? Their brother just kind of has like half of Betty's blood and half of Jughead's blood. But they don't share any actually between them. So no, it is not incest. It's not really gross. It's kind of weird to think about that concept, but there's no logical reason they should break up or stop being together because there's no incest happening. Nothing like that is happening. You know, if you're dating someone and then you find out that your parent and their parents start getting together too, you're not going to break it off right away because, oh my gosh, our parents are together too. Like, that doesn't, if someone's mom gets with someone's dad, that doesn't make that dad your dad. It's just someone your mom's hooking up with or had a kid with. So, kind of crazy to me. But, yeah. And another storyline that I'm really interested right now is Veronica's storyline. I'm really curious about what's gonna happen with both of her parents in jail. And what I'm hoping happens is she'll like basically be left to her own devices with Smithers. Her parents will stay out of the picture, and then we don't have to worry about that storyline anymore and that we can develop more. But I have a feeling that her parents are not out of the picture. They'll be back. Because, like, I mean, Hiram is in his own prison. I mean, I feel like Veronica's attorney should be pushing that to get him transferred. Because he has an unfair advantage in staying in a prison that he owns. He pays all those people for them to have a job. Like, if someone in that prison doesn't make him happy, he can fire them. That's not cool. Because I don't know. I don't think they're gone, because Hiram's obviously still doing stuff, like he got Hermione in jail too. But I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the show. If you want to know anything else in specific of what I think about the show, comment down below and I'll let you know. But alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIM, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.